The most significant challenge was, how am I going to earn enough money next week to eat? I didn't ever really seriously face being out on the street, but when you're in a business, as I was, in which you don't work for anybody, really, you don't have a job in the normal sense, in that you have no idea how much money you're going to make next week or next month or next year. And it goes like this. It's exciting. I guess it focuses your attention on what you're doing. So until I learned to manage this, that was a great challenge, because when things are going really well, you tend to think it's always going to be this way. Well, it isn't always going to be that way. So that was a great challenge. Finding the time to do all the things that needed to be done was often a challenge, which is why my colleagues and I often worked absurdly long hours for weeks on end. That was a challenge. Staying healthy was a challenge in those circumstances, because we were not getting enough sleep in the season. It was in the radio/television production season, which also happens to be the busiest time in theater, which also happens to be the busiest time in nightclubs, as they then were. It just didn't let up. So that was a challenge. Trying to find literally enough time to sleep was a challenge. Learning how to get over the brick walls that you bang into when you don't have an education, a formal education, is a challenge. And that, because then you're going to learn by doing, which means that you're going to make mistakes, sometimes fairly serious mistakes, sometimes upsetting mistakes. And those become challenges. But the upside of that is that you learn, don't do that again. That's what I said earlier, that's an inefficient way to learn, but you learn well.